What if I told you that the one thing stopping you from success isn't talent, isn't luck, and isn't intelligence? It's something far more powerful. It's the silent killer of dreams, the invisible force that keeps you stuck in the same place year after year. It's fear, not just any fear, but the fear of failure, that paralyzing voice in your head that whispers, what if I mess up? What if I look stupid? What if I try and fail? But what if I told you that everything you've been taught about failure is a lie? What if failure isn't something to avoid, but something to embrace? Because here's the truth that most people don't realize. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the bridge to it. And by the time you finish this video, that fear that's been holding you back, it's going to lose its power over you forever. From the moment we're born, society conditions us to believe that failure is bad. Think about it. In school, we're punished for making mistakes. In jobs, we're judged for not getting things right the first time. In life, we're told that failure is something to be ashamed of. But here's the shocking part. Every single successful person you admire, every billionaire, every champion, every innovator has failed, not just once. They've failed more times than most people have even tried. Let me ask you something. Have you ever heard of a man named Colonel Sanders? Most people know him as the founder of KFC. But what they don't know is that before he became successful, he was rejected over 1,000 times. Imagine that. 1,000 times people told him no. 1,000 times he faced rejection. Most people would have quit, but not him. He kept going. And today his recipe is known worldwide. Now let's talk about Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb. Do you know how many times he failed before getting it right? 10,000 times. When asked about it, he didn't say, I failed 10,000 times. He said, I found 10,000 ways that didn't work. That is the mindset of a winner. And that is the mindset you must adopt if you want to achieve greatness. Here's the harsh truth that most people don't want to hear. It's not failure that stops you, it's the fear of failure. Most people don't even take the first step because they're too afraid of what might go wrong. They don't start the business, they don't chase their dreams, they don't put themselves out there. All because of fear. But think about this. What's the worst that could happen? You fail. So what? Failure is temporary. But regret is forever. Imagine waking up 10 years from now, looking back at your life and realizing you never even tried. Not because you couldn't do it, but because you were too afraid. That is the ultimate pain, not failure, but knowing that you let fear control your life. So how do you break free from this fear? How do you reprogram your mind to embrace failure instead of running from it? First, you have to understand this. Your brain is wired for survival, not success. Your brain's primary job is to keep you safe. That's why it creates fear, because stepping outside your comfort zone, it feels dangerous. But here's what you must realize. Fear is a signal, not a stop sign. Every time you feel fear, it means you're growing. It means you're stepping into something greater. And if you learn to push through that fear instead of letting it control you, you become unstoppable. Look at the most successful people in the world. Do you think they don't feel fear? Of course they do. The difference is they act anyway. Let's do a mindset shift right now. Instead of seeing failure as something negative, start seeing it as data. Every time you fail, you're collecting information. You're learning what works and what doesn't. You're adjusting, improving, evolving. And that's the secret. Fail fast, learn fast, succeed faster. The only way to truly fail is to quit. Think of a baby learning to walk. When they fall, do they stop trying? No, they get back up, they keep going. They don't see falling as failure, they see it as part of the process. And that's exactly how you need to see life. Here's another thing they don't tell you. The world only remembers your success, not your failures. Take J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. She was rejected by 12 publishers. But does anyone talk about those 12 rejections? No. They only talk about her billions in book sales. Walt Disney fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. But does anyone remember that? No. They remember the Disney empire. The world forgets your failures. But you must never forget your resilience. Right now you have a choice. You can let fear continue to control your life, or you can take your power back. What's that thing you've been afraid to do? That thing that's been sitting in the back of your mind? Starting a business, moving to a new city, finally chasing your dream. This is your moment, your wake-up call. Because the only difference between you and the people who succeed is that they took action. Imagine if today was the day you decided that failure would no longer define you. Imagine looking back a year from now and realizing you did it. You broke free. It starts with one decision. Most people live their entire lives inside a cage built by fear. But you are different. You now understand that failure is not the end, it's the beginning. You understand that every great success story was written in failures first. You understand that fear is just an illusion, and the only way to beat it is to take action. This is your time. No more waiting, no more excuses, no more playing small. If you're ready to step into your power, type "I am fearless" in the comments right now. Let the universe hear you. And if this video sparked something inside you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it. Subscribe for more life-changing content, because this is just the beginning. Your time is now.